Oh yeah, yeah. Just I was just really happy.
Yeah, I told you she was gorgeous, right? She looks better now.
She always does. I'm so nervous. Is she right there?
She's about 20 feet behind.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Jesse, I want you to just come up to him, back to back.
Hey.
Go ahead and hold hands. And never wants to start.
You want to go first? Okay. Mine's I just want to tell you I got mine's somewhat a little longer because it's something I wrote not today. It's something I wrote a while back when we were first getting started, and I said, Jesse, I'm in the other room, but I just wanted you to know how much I love you and how beautiful I think you are inside and out. You are just so damn precious, baby. I know we butt heads a lot, and maybe sometimes we both feel insecure at times, but I believe in us and am fully committed to you. I know you get worried that I'll leave you, and everything I've learned, I know that you're the woman I care about most in the world. Truthfully, I want to get married and try our best to have children. Even if it never happened, I will be still the luckiest man alive. When we are getting along, I feel like I'm in a mountain and there's no stopping me. You give me so much vision and passion. I've been taking control of my life because of you. I know who I truly am because you helped me see it. My potential, my heart, my values have all been transformed because I met you. I love you, Jess.
Darian, I never thought I'd have trouble finding words. I love leaving you love notes, but actually talking makes me really nervous. At one point, you collected all the sweet notes and letters that I wrote you in a shoebox. But then I think you realized that there weren't enough shoeboxes in the world to fill the notes I leave you each day. I'll always text and call, but I love writing you these words because I love you to know that I'm thinking about you. And I love you to know how grateful I am for all the many things that you do for me daily, sometimes even hourly. And I just love to think that maybe you saw that note, or while you were reading it, you saw my face, and it made you smile. And I always love being the one that makes you smile, and I hope that I will forever be that person in your life.
Always, always. I love you too.
No, it's teasing you before you can finally turn around.
Me?
Yeah. Hug her out.
Don't you give a note?
That's it. I make up all messed up. No, you don't cry yet. You still got one more.
I'm so nervous.
So beautiful.
Thanks, baby.
What'd you do? We wear sweatshirts and sweatpants both days. here we go. Sam. Y'all. Let me get your handkerchief. Let me get your handkerchief.
There you go.
Take good care of her.
Good afternoon and welcome, friends and family. And on behalf of Darian and Jessie, thank you so much for joining us today. They are thrilled that you all are here to share in their joy during this wonderful moment in their lives. At this time, I would also like to ask you to silence your phones for the duration of the ceremony. The playwright Sarah Kane once said, "Love, by its nature, desires a future." Today, Jessie and Darian are coming together with all of you to celebrate and affirm their future together as husband and wife. Marriage is the deepest commitment. It's a covenant between two people and God, one that says, "I love you, I trust you, I will be here for you regardless of circumstance, forever. I find in you and in our relationship true sanctuary, a space safe enough and strong enough to risk loving, to risk living, and to risk giving myself to you completely." Now, some of you might be wondering about the choice of decorations and what their special meaning might be, specifically the canopy we're standing under. This canopy is called a huppah, and it symbolizes the home that Darian and Jessie will build together. It is portable and can be carried with them in the same way that Jessie and Darian carry the love they have for each other with them everywhere they go, and has no walls, as friends and family like yourselves are always welcome. It requires the support of the 4 poles to hold it up, both from the outside by the people in their lives, and internally with their love of each other. 1 Corinthians 13, 1 through 3 says, "If I speak in tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor, and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing." Love is the great unifier, our one universal truth. Without love, the circles of our lives have no center. Love brings the warmth of summer to our seasons. It takes the mundane and turns it into the magical. It gives value and weight to our actions. Love truly is what gives life meaning. The chapter goes on from there to describe the qualities of love, but the two of you already know what those are and try to model them in your daily lives. You show patience to each other, like when Jessie enjoys making leisurely shopping trips to the grocery store with Darian instead of rushing him. You show each other kindness by keeping the house chores even, trading off on who gets to pick the restaurant when you order takeout, and making sure to affirm each other as a team. You have become each other's backbone and share in the joy of every success. You lift each other up when the other is struggling to create an atmosphere of support and equality between the two of you, and show each other solidarity by encouraging each other, knowing it creates a strong foundation to make further opportunities for yourselves. You know in your hearts that if one of you is successful, it does not equal the other's failure, but shows your drive. You honor each other by pushing each other to follow their passions, even if it means taking a risk, because you have a deep trust of one another and truly believe that you will succeed, both together and as individuals. You put each other first by practicing active listening and good communication. Even if you don't hear the message the first time, you hear each other out and honor and respect each other's feelings. You always remember, even in moments of conflict, that you are in this together as a team, and choose to love each other and work together, whether the tension is within or around you. You've learned to set aside your pride and admit when things are your fault with each other. And more importantly, you've learned to forgive each other in these situations. You delight in each other's personal truths, such as the joy and pride you share over Darian starting up his own business. You protect each other in your relationship with your awareness of each other's feelings and strive to better and understand and listen to those feelings every day. You trust each other to be independent, knowing that your marriage is the safe haven that you will come home to every night and having faith in each other's dreams. You share the hope of a loving family and home. You embrace each other's differences and allow them to let you grow. You work together to turn challenges into learning experiences that build you up into better people. And most importantly, you let your love for each other guide your actions instead of giving into other people's words. Now, Tamara Gingold and Sarah Carrillo will perform Your Song by Elton John.
I love you. This is big. This is big. It's a big moment. I love the truck. It's great.
There was a bug in my dress.
I saw it. There's a cricket. I saw you play it all. I was looking at it. I was like, oh.
I was like, don't laugh.
That's scary. I would have freaked out.
That's lucky.
Thank you. Just nervous. Vow time. I'm a new man. Yes. Here, beautiful. It's your song. Our song.
Love is a verb. It is not so much a state of being as it is a state of doing, a choice you make over and over. It's not the statement, but the follow-through. Real love is just as much the tiny details as the sweeping gestures. We've come together today in one of these big, beautiful gestures, but the reason we are here is years of details that tell the story of how love is. Today, Darian and Jessie are committing themselves to a lifetime of those small details, the ones that may not seem important to the rest of the world, but reveal the truth of a lasting love and a happy marriage. To celebrate and illuminate the joy of these details, they'll be reading the vows they have written to each other.
You still want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Darian, I know I'm not good with words or telling you how I feel. I know sometimes I get scared and don't even feel like this can be real. The love you give to others completely blows my mind. Your compassion, your caring heart, I can't believe that's all mine. How I got so lucky to deserve someone as good as you, I can't even believe it, but somehow here it's true. I look through all our pictures and flip through our memories. You've made me so dang happy, and anyone can see. You have a fire in you, and I see your passion and your drive. I see the man you are becoming, and it fills me up with pride. I'm amazed at all of your strength, both physically and inside. You can lift me up, and you can hold me close when I cry. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for always taking care of me. Thank you for being the best love I've ever had, and thank you for making me a better me. I wrote that for you on a PowerPoint document over 2 years ago. And although our relationship has been through ups and downs and many trials, those words still hold true for me today. Only the love that I've grown for you has been deeper and more special to me in so many ways. And I could never have imagined this for myself. And I know that God has blessed me with you, Darian. And so I promise you, in bad times and good times, I will always keep loving you. When it takes effort to love you, and when it's simple and natural, I'll always be by your side, and I'll always be on your team. I will love you as you are now and the man that you are growing to be. I will be there for you when you need me, and I will support you through struggles and celebrate with you through your triumphs. I promise to do my best to live our lives full of passion, adventure, and excitement. I will protect you, comfort you, and praise you. I will cherish you, honor you, and love you today as my husband and for the rest of our lives.
You gotta wait. Yes.
It's in one of these pockets.
You have a spare too.
I do. 12-point font. Do you remember the first time you came down to meet my family and we went out to get sushi the next day? We sat across from each other towards the back of the room and we began to eat. 2 minutes into you seeing how I eat, you stopped, stared at me, and then you said, "You will not meet my friends eating like that." It was pretty horrible, to say the least, and I realized not to display savagery on a date. In the end, we laughed and left sushi, and we did end up meeting her friends, who are all an amazing group of people, with a couple of practice dinners to follow. You have always steered me in the right direction, but what I love most about you is you do not judge me or tear me down. You have taught me that when two people are joined together that have trust, respect, and open communication can be far more powerful and happy than each could be ever alone. You are the strength I did not know I needed, and the joy that I did not know I lacked. On this day, I choose to spend the rest of my life with you. I have told you this entire engagement that you have made me the happiest man in the world by committing to share your life with me, and I'm grateful for what the future holds. I promise to cherish and respect you. What you say always matters. I promise to care for you and protect you. I promise to comfort you and encourage you when you feel like your back is against the wall and the world is against you. I will be there. I promise to comfort you. I promise to be with you for all eternity and be with you through thick and thin. I promise to love you for who you are and for every version of who you become. I promise to be patient and to remember that all things between us are rooted in love. I promise to nurture your dreams and to help you reach them. I promise to share my whole heart with you and to remember to show you how deeply I care for you, no matter the challenges that may come our way. I promise to love you loyally and in truth, as long as I shall live. You have become my lover, my companion, and my best friend. There's no one else I would want to build a life with and to be my wife forever. I love you with all of my heart. You are my love, light, and soulmate. And I am so proud of us for always choosing to be on the same team for eternity.
I'm just going to take the ring for this one. These rings are a symbol of your love and commitment to each other. Darian, do you take Jessie to be your wife and promise to support, encourage, and love her through good times and bad?
I do.
Do you willingly and joyfully enter into this marriage?
I do.
Great. Jessie, you can put his ring on his finger.
Is it right or left?
It doesn't matter. Jessie, do you take Darian to be your husband and promise to support, encourage, and love him through good times and bad?
I do.
Do you willingly and joyfully enter into this marriage?
I do.
It's official.
We'll conclude the ceremony with the tradition of the breaking of the glass.
There we go.
Good luck.
Thank you. I've never.
Thank you. I'll give you space.
Okay.
Like the commitments made and vows taken today, breaking the glass is permanent. It's also a reminder that even in our happiest moments, there is still a great deal of suffering in the world. Like this glass, marriage can be fragile, and it's important to treat this, your most precious relationship, with special care. As Darian breaks the glass, I would like to invite all of you to shout Mazel Tov, which means congratulations and good luck. Immediately following, Tamara and Sarah will play the Mazel Tov song.
Side. To the side.
To the side. Like on its side.
Back in the blanket.
Oh, put it back in
In
the
the sun.
blanket. Okay.
Change your mind while they're talking. We didn't rehearse the Mazel
I've never
Tov.
seen this done.
It's okay.
Stop
Thank
it.
you.
Did we kiss?
Change your ring to the other.
I can't get it off. Can't you? I can't get it off.
It's okay.
Got it. There we go. Oh man, you did it. Almost.
Finally.
Almost.
The kiss? Are you ready to sleep?
Did we kiss?
So tell us.
By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may seal this commitment to each other with a kiss. It is my great joy and privilege to introduce to you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Darian and Jessie Darian.
You ready? So you go just straight back. Ooh.
Put some on my dress.
I won't. Thank you.
Brought us together and everything. So another instance, we decided to go to Taco Bell because who doesn't love Taco Bell, right? Like Taco Bell's for life. And she orders a chicken quesadilla, and she says, "Julie, you've got to try this chicken quesadilla. It's so great." And I'm like, "I'm fine, Jessie. I don't really need this quesadilla." And she was like, "No, like I promise, you have to eat this quesadilla." And I'm like, "No, like I promise, I really just don't want it." And she was like, "No, take a bite of the quesadilla." And she shoves it in my mouth, and it had egg in it, and I'm severely allergic. So throat swelled up. We had to race to Benadryl. Wasn't the best situation. Thank you. I am still here, so it's fine. Wasn't the first time, wouldn't be the last. I guess last would be the best part. I'm a type 1 diabetic. I try to keep a lot of that hidden, but Jessie insisted one day that she had to give me insulin. I want to inject you with insulin. I'm like, okay, like that's fine. I drew it up on my insulin pen. I wasn't on a pump at the time. And so she gives me the insulin. Well, a couple hours later, my blood sugar's super high. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I took the insulin. I don't get it. Like, why is my blood sugar so high? Well, so I doubled up, or drew up more, 8 units, let's say. Well, Jessie didn't press it hard enough, so I gave myself 16 units. And immediately plummeted, my blood sugar bottomed out, everything like that. So those are just a couple of ways. I was not in driver's ed with Jessie, but Chelsea, if you ever or you're looking for a good time, you want to hear some stories, Chelsea almost died, driver's ed with Jessie. Also, I was a roommate with Jessie for a little bit, and also she used to make food for everyone. but would leave out a lot of ingredients. It may not have been safe, probably a raw egg here and there, but she used to do those types of things as well. But aside all that, she is heart of gold. She was there for me when my mom died. She was there for me, and she took me home from the hospital when I went into preterm labor, and my daughter loves her, and she's such a good person, and she has a good heart. And Darian, you are a lucky man. She will love you forever. She will love you with all of her heart. She's a good person, and I'm so glad that you guys found each other. So everyone raise your glass to Darian and Jessie.
Hey everyone, how we doing? So, Julie and Chelsea, I'm glad you guys are still with us today. So after those stories, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everyone's having a good time on this special night. I'd like to start this off by saying that Jess, you look radiant tonight. Every bit the beautiful bride. We all know that Jess is an absolutely wonderful woman and deserves the perfect man. Unfortunately in life, you don't always get what you deserve. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Eric. I went to school with Darian down the block at Illinois State University. Go Redbirds, go Redbirds. Where Darian was lucky enough to have me as a roommate for 2 years. And during that time, I got to know Darian pretty well, and I'm sure it's not hard to imagine during this time I've seen some stuff. like Darian's 21st birthday, where he spent more time in the downtown bathrooms than the bars. Or the many a times that I walked in on him preparing a meal for himself that I can really only describe by referencing something out of Conan the Barbarian, and then he drenched it in mustard. So I think I'm pretty confident in saying who will be doing most of the cooking at that household. While there are too many unique things about Darian for me to recount tonight, I had the unique experience while living with him to witness the beginning of their relationship. And I'm so glad that we're all here tonight, because while Darian has always pushed those around him to be better versions of themselves, Jess has been there for him throughout this whole time. And we all know that together they're stronger than ever before. Darian, you've been an invaluable friend. You've always inspired me to be a better person. Today, you lead the way by committing to Jess and this beautiful relationship. I wish you both a lifetime of happiness, and it will be an honor for all of us to witness your journey together. So everyone, let's toast to this beautiful couple.
Test. My phone is dead. My footnotes are gone.
That's perfect.
That's perfect. Well, this is going to be kind of hard. I think since Jessie and I met when you were 6 years old, and I remember her in her long blonde hair running around with her brother in a tutu. And I never got that out of my mind. And I thought, this is going to be an interesting family as we got to know each other. But she blessed my life a long time ago in 1993. And she's always blessed my life. There's a lot of things that we've gone through, good and bad, together as a family and as an individual. So that's tough, I keep thinking of that. And I thought, why am I breaking down right up here? I'm looking at Darian, I'm breaking down, handing my daughter over to her, or to him. But I think we're good. We're two good souls, right, Darian? And that's the best soul of our lives right there, I think. And along with her mother. So I see a lot of your mother to me, obviously, a lot, every day when I'm with you. But I'll never forget, this goes way back. Went to Disney World, wanted to take the kids and have a great time in Disney World. And by then you were probably 7, maybe 8. And I went up that stupid thing, what do you call it? No, it was where we were in the water parks. And I got up, probably went 2 or 3 times. I come down, man, I'm really sweating. I don't know what's going on here. And I'm wet, but why am I sweating? And Jessie kind of grabbed my hand, and she says, "Are you okay?" And Ellie then said the same thing. And so while they're off getting help, Jessie stayed there the whole time and put ice on my forehead and kept me cool. And stayed with me because it was just you and I. I don't know if you remember that at the time. And so that is always stuck in my mind. That's something I've not shared with a lot of people. I mean, it's something that's in the family, obviously, but... And then I could go on and on. You guys got time? No? Then there's Darian. That gentleman walked into my life, another blessing. This barn probably wouldn't be here. These posts right here were put in by him and I. And it was a muddy, rainy, muddy day. I remember that. And Tamara was there too.
And the boys.
And the boys were there. Oh yeah, well we brought the boys in after it got a little more muddier, I think, and rainier. And Chico was out there in his lawn, or his sandals. And
The camera and say
no. I ain't really sorry. Don't kill me. Don't shoot me later. It was sandals. So anyway, it was a lot of work. And that's something that a lot of people just can't or don't want to do. And that gentleman right there helped a lot. He helped me a lot. So I think, as time had gone by, I already accepted you in the family because of all the gracious things you've done for Jessie, obviously, and our family. And then one last thing I want to say. Today's a beautiful day. The weather was wonderful, better than yesterday. And I got to give that credit to your old dad. Because we used to talk about old dad, new dad. I'm the new dad, right? So the old dad, I think, gave you a gracious day. And all I did was give you a barn.
It's amazing, David. And everything.
I'm really focusing right now. Everybody who knows me knows I don't drink, and I drank tonight, so I'm sorry. Darian made me promise that I would drink, and I had a good time. Yeah, I'm still having a good time. What I want to say to you guys, and honestly, I'm going to piggyback. I'm a teacher. I'm going to piggyback off what David said about the barn. I know they love each other, and I know they're for each other, but it didn't really occur to me until this freaking barn was built. And honestly, and it was the dedication that my child showed to David, and then my other kids joined, and I'll be quiet, being quiet, okay. And sorry, it's a teacher in me, I'm sorry. But it really did something, and I did help. I poured cement and I swept a lot, and moved a pole or two or so. Yeah, I did good stuff. But it wasn't, honestly, for you two. I know you're together, you live together, you love each other, and you support each other, and it's wonderful. But it wasn't until the barn, actually seeing the barn from crap basically to this, and you're amazing, absolutely amazing. You are, David's amazing. Yeah, David's amazing. that I didn't realize that, oh my God, they're really going to give themselves to each other. Like, how wonderful is that? That they, oh, I'm going to start crying. Okay, I'm not going to cry. They get each other, they understand each other, and honestly, they both suck at some things, but they fill each other. They support each other in what they suck at, right? Is that basically right? So, with that said, me having 3 boys, Chico, Johnny, and Darian. Darian was my first. I was not supposed to have kids, by the way. My doctor said, no, it's impossible. Well, what the hell? Okay, right? Okay, so anyways, I have 3 beautiful, handsome boys. They're great. But my Darian, like, I mean, I'm just so proud of you. And I'm so honored to welcome Jess into my family. And Ashley, now I have 2 daughters. I'm really, and the family of Jess, I love you guys. I don't know all of you yet. And please don't judge me off of this, right? I'm a really good person. And I'm actually shocked that I'm standing still right now. So I love you guys and I wish you the best. And it's, oh no, it's gonna be tearful. And later, I guess we're supposed to dance. I'm gonna apologize for that in advance. Okay. So I love you guys and welcome to the family.
Someday I'll find home, the picture in my mind, a place where I can go, and you'll be always mine, always mine. Love has passed like the seasons do. I can see the sun. I think I'm falling in love with you. You're always mine. You're always mine. Ooh. I hold my breath, no give and take. I could never walk away. The giving ground, no back and forth. I promise you I'm always yours, and you're always mine. Ooh. Sometimes love is brief, If I'd ever known how you'd forever change my life, I would up and go, I'd walk out of sight. But I'm glad I rearranged from falling apart, because you built me a mosaic, a perfect puzzle to capture my heart. And so I promise I'll be there for you. I'll pick you up when you fall. You know I'll be here when you need me to, so you won't have to stand alone.